free like a bird, maybe a pigeon.
Guys, I cold cutted reaction channels so I could have my raw reaction to her new videos. So we're gonna watch ooh, sorry, I'm trying this flavor. I've never gotten this flavor before. So we're gonna see how it goes because they didn't have my usual and I need caffeine. Okay, yeah, she's kind of fire as well. Okay. Yeah, she's fire. We're good. Oh, the aftertaste is weird. I might just have to get used to that. So we're going to be watching I'm Not Going on a Diet, Weigh in episode 1. I shouldn't admit this. Zachary Michael and deleting comments. Let's talk. Episode 1. Cook with me and eat with me. What I ate today. Episode 1. I actually might skip through that. I can't listen to people eat. I can't. And if I'm raw dogging this channel, it's not happening. I'm not going to, you know? Let's watch a biggie girl be an abuser, as is tradition. So before we get started, like and subscribe. You know the drill. If you want. So let's react. Should I title it that when I react to stuff? Should I say let's react? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay.
Hey guys, so today is March 25th. Today is the first weigh-in my new YouTube schedule. So my weigh-in videos are going to consist of me weighing in on Tuesday and you guys seeing it on Wednesday.
Her eyeliner has gotten so much worse throughout the years. Okay, I think I've seen other people say this too, but that used to be my number one, like, upset thing, where I noticed she was really good with eyeliner, and I didn't get into makeup till 18-ish, you know? So my eyeliner game is not good. Like, I have doe-ass eyes where the eyeliner that was really trendy at the time, not for me. I know how to do it now, obviously. Well, not obviously. You haven't seen it. But yeah, she used to just be like really good at her sharp points of her eyeliner. Can I speak today? She used to be really good with her points and making them sisters, but not twins, which is kind of what you want, right? Or is that eyebrows? Not the point. The point is she's declined. She might be sundowning.
I'm going to be talking or answering 5 different questions or topics that you guys asked me, which is all weight, body, food related. And then I'm going to talk about how the week went, do my weigh-in, of course, and then I'm going to create some goals for myself that I want during that week. And then we're going to talk about if I did them or if I didn't. So first question / topic is,
this font is so dyslexia harming. Like, I don't know the word for that. It's so not dyslexia friendly at all. And I have it. That's how semaglutide is spelled? Is that actually how that's spelled, or does she misspell it? Would you try semaglutide again? For the 3rd time? I think if she fucked up shit more, yeah, she would.
Would you try semaglutide again? So I've tried semaglutide twice, Ozempic once. And normally when someone asks me this question, it's a flat out yes, I absolutely would. But now it's a no. I never will do semaglutide again. Okay. So semaglutide is not even FDA approved. I always ignored that little tiny tidbit because in my brain I was like, okay, if it's coming from farm.
For a girl who all of the time she's been on YouTube has been saying things about not trusting medicine, not doing this, not liking medicine, not wanting to take medicine in any shape or form unless it is the last course of action. This bitch never has liked medicine, never has been pro bettering herself in any form, obviously, but especially with medication. So to ignore the FDA approval, like, for this, when the other stuff that has been recommended to her in the past has been FDA approved, that's like, it's so weird to me. it's just so that's it's psychotic in a way of just so you're not going to trust stuff that is normalized, FDA approved. So many tests have been done, have been in society and in this system for years and years and years, and has a lot of history and a lot of evidence and support for the medications. You're going to ignore all of those types of medications, but you're going to choose the medication that the FDA did not approve. Okay, girl.
Pharmacies, and obviously the pharmacies know what they're talking about.
Did a woman make the FDA? Is that why she doesn't approve?
But the more that people are using semaglutide, obviously the more that people are learning about semaglutide, and something that is like coming up a lot. Like I've seen articles about it. Like you guys have sent me articles. There's a lot of semaglutide like coming from the black market. People are getting extremely
Pork found in kitchen again. Like it's I'm gonna let her finish.
sick. People are getting scammed. And no matter where I get it from, it's just like you never know what you're gonna get. So semaglutide is a no. But would I try Ozempic again, which is FDA approved? Yes. But it's like thousands and thousands of dollars a month, especially once you get to like the highest dose.
I hate how she says especially. Especially?
So
Who's doing the zoom in that she's stealing this from? I think I said it in my first react. Who is she doing this from? Who did she take this from?
once that price is lowered, then we'll talk. What is your
Okay. So what I'm gonna say about the black market shit. No duh, it's drug. Dog. Especially with the way America is like now with how they're treating pharmaceuticals and the FDA and people with disabilities and mental illness and need medication to function. As long as you know who you're getting it from, I don't really. This might be ignorant of me, but I don't really see a problem with it as long as you understand the risks you're taking. Sorry, my dog had to go to the bathroom. So
ideal goal weight? So I actually do not have one at all. So I know it seems kind of like contradictory because these are weigh-in videos, but I don't have a goal weight. I don't care about the number on the scale. I care about how I feel. I want my health to improve. I want my breathing to improve. I want my walking to improve. I just want my heart health to improve. Just all of my like physical ailments and my mental ailments that are affected by my weight. I want all of those things to improve.
that's a goal weight. It is. Like that. That's a goal weight though. Because your goal is to lose weight to better all of those things. Like, everyone's bodies are different, right? So she would need to know the weight that she needs to have to get those processes started of better breathing, better health, yada, you know? So you have a goal weight. I'm pretty sure also knowing Biggie, like she, with what she has said in the past of what we've learned of what she said to Beck and to Eric and Ricky of how if she was skinny, she would not be associated with them and she would be in Cali living her skinny girl dreams. She does have a goal weight. She just is saying she doesn't because she's different and quirky.
Why don't you just go on hiatus and come back with the weight off? Because I need to show up. This is my job and it's very, very important to me.
So now you need to show up. Now you need to do your job. Also, her eyes are crazy right now. But now it's about your job and you need to show up and do your job because before you would take breaks without saying anything. But now it's important. You have to show up. How's money, girl? You getting scared? You getting scared we're gonna get your money? Your money ain't up, huh?
It gives me something to do during the day.
Your funny never been up and your money not up anymore, huh?
It gives me some form of normalcy and routine. I need this roof over my head. I need to be able to put food in my fur baby's stomachs. Not
Well, what about rarities? Just gonna leave you with that. Also, on the first floor of this apartment, I don't remember if it's this one or the one previous that was confirmed that she's on not she's not on the first floor. I feel bad for whoever lives under her. That's got to be a quick move out rate.
Many people can just disappear for months on end from their job, and that also includes me. And I thoroughly enjoy YouTube, so I wouldn't want to leave. Why did you hide your weight from Beck? So that's something else that Beck has said, that supposedly I started hiding my weight from them.
I thought you were keeping their name out of your fucking mouth. I thought you were choosing silence. I know you're speaking your truth, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You hid your weight from Beck because you were too lazy to get on the scale. That's kind of what Beck said. Like, Beck said that they are pretty sure you didn't know your own weight because you were too lazy to get on the scale, or you would avoid getting on the scale, or the scale wouldn't accurately weigh you. That's what Beck said.
That never happened. I have been
What did
supposedly
she say?
I started hiding my weight from them. That never happened. I have been very open and honest about my weight towards the whole internet. I've always done weigh-ins for you guys.
Can we like circle back to your react of you taking accountability during Destiny era where you admitted that you lied about your weight? Can we run it back to that? Because you have not always been open and honest about your weight, girl. And you know it. You just watched that video last month. Supposedly last month. We don't know when you filmed that shit. You're not honest about your weight now. You're not. Like, being honest about the weight is showing the scale and doing that instead of saying, I'm not doing weigh-ins anymore. You're not doing it because you gained weight. That's why you won't do it. There's a track record, a history showing us this. That is your MO. Dummy.
And I mean, that goes the same with people in my life. I've always been very vocal about how much I weigh. I've never really been like ashamed of my weigh-ins because it's like when you look at me, you know, you're like, damn, that girl big. I think it was just
who taught her the zoom in shit? She's also not using it correctly. That's one thing. It's every single time I've seen her copy someone's humor or someone's thing, she'll use it in the way that she thinks it's supposed to be used, but she's not funny herself and is not original herself. So the punchline or the tactics of this, of like just humor, right? Like a humor blueprint, let's say. She doesn't understand that. She doesn't understand how there is a certain beat that you need to go with when it comes to this type of humor, especially with editing. I would know. I used to edit for YouTubers. I would do the closed captions, zoom ins, zoom outs, everything. It was that type of style of editing I really did for people. And then for my own channel, I did my own style, right? The first point, she's doing the bare minimum of a jump cut funny. Like, she's doing the bare minimum. It's just she's cutting the clip, zooming in, zooming out with another cut. If that's the like quickest process that she's doing, because knowing her and knowing how dumb she is, she could be doing this insane wraparound way of trying to get that edit together because she's stupid. Do you think she knows the proper way and the fastest, most efficient way to do these edits? No, I don't think she does. Also, what program does she use? Because that would go into it for me too, of how simple it is for her to do this.
Beck being super uninterested and just like really genuinely they didn't care about anything I was saying or doing.
They were dissociating because you abused them. They cared. You just said in your crash out 5-minute live stream with false information from the stream, from hearsays and like from second accounts of back in Destiny's stream of what they said when it was inaccurate. You said yourself that Beck was there the entire time you were in the hospital, that Beck was there supporting you the entire time. Beck wiped your ass. Beck wiped your ass when you didn't need that, prior and after surgery. But Beck didn't care. Beck was dissociating because you psychologically were torturing them with choosy, with just the way you talk to them, the way you always belittled all of the shit they love, the way you would control them with the timers, the way you made it so they couldn't see family members, they were dissociating. They cared. They did, but they weren't outwardly showing it because they were not present in the moment because of the abuse they were going through from you. Girl.
So that also went into my weigh-ins. You failed all your weight loss attempts so far. What do you think will be different this time?
Nothing.
The thing is, you
Guys, how is she already copying me? I haven't uploaded a single video yet. How is she already copying me?
guys have witnessed me failing all of these diets and fad diets and whatever it may be. But one thing about me is I've never given up. And I feel like a lot of
you have. That's what it is. You're quitting. You're giving up every single one. Like, of course, there's gonna be ones that maybe aren't for you. That's why there's so many. But also, these weight loss programs and stuff is to get your money. The rate of weight loss that actually happens with these programs is very slim. The way these weight loss programs work is they want your money first and foremost because we're in a capitalistic society and America runs on fat people. It does. Think about the way all this really cheap food has so much stuff in it that should not be in there. Think about how a lot of the people that are heavier come from low income houses, so it's like this whole just pipeline of shit where it's they're wanting your money, so they're not making the program actually to benefit you, but to benefit themselves, but making you think that you're benefiting from the program. That's usually how these weight loss programs work. That's why you need to do it yourself without a program like that. That's why you need to have the tools from therapy, from weight loss like trainers, like someone from a gym or someone who just on YouTube will post videos with no like ad revenue from it or no program that you pay for, just giving you basic knowledge. And then you take that and you use those tools that you learn to better yourself. You don't need these weight loss programs. I know some people do, but it's look at just what fucking Doctor Now has people do. Like, you can look online for diets that would help you lose weight quickly. That's not gonna harm you and not cost you more money. These fad diets are supposed to be what they are, fad diets. They're not supposed to last. You need to better yourself by yourself. You can't keep using these because they all are made to make money. They're not made to benefit you. And you think this girl would know, huh? After Optavia? Wait, no, it's Optivia. It's Optivia. After Optivia, you would think she would understand that. But girl, she doesn't. In one ear, out the other. Uncle Bumpy's rocks are the only thing that's in there.
People have experienced the same thing. They have literally yo-yo dieted their whole life. The only difference is theirs isn't documented publicly, while mine is. And all these people who finally become successful in losing their weight and reaching their goal, that's after multiple attempts.
Here's my daughter. Oh, hold on. Here's my daughter. What the fuck did she say? What were we talking about? Oh, right. These people that are like you in the sense of they yo-yo dieted, they tried a bunch of different diets, they did all this stuff. I I want to believe that the difference is they're not narcissists and they are also people that do genuinely want to change their behaviors. Because, I mean, if we look at 600-Pound Life, it's awful, but a lot of what the people on that show deal with is sexual abuse, childhood abuse, all these different types of abuse when they're children. So that's where the coping mechanisms come in of eating being one of the only things that was a coping mechanism because it's the easiest thing to get your hands on to cope as any age, right? So these people that are able to change on the show, you can tell they want to actually do it. And they're going to therapy, they're going to their doctor's appointments, they're doing the diet that doctor now has said to do. There's so many things, but these people, they want to actually better themselves and they're not abusers. They're not, usually, or at least I like to hope so. And so they're not also as crazy delusional as you. Like the people that are able to change their behaviors and become better in every sense of the word, they are able to acknowledge their past and grow from it and change the outcome of the cycle, right? Girl, you're too crazy and delusional and too fucked up in your own head where you think everyone else is the problem and you always will think that. So, of course, nothing's going to change no matter what. Like, you're saying this of like, all these other people have done what I've done and yo yo dieted and have finally been able to lose the weight. So it's still possible for me, even though nothing's changed. Bitch, other stuff has changed in their life. Other aspects of what they were doing changed, not just the diet, the way they were handling themselves, the people that surround them, the food that they eat, the doctors they see, all of it wrapped into one. Like, it's not one thing. Like you said, bitch, two things can be true at the same time. It can be true that they yo yo dieted, but it also can be true that they actually can admit their own faults and learn and grow. The fuck? The fuck?
Whether it's been 100 attempts or 2 attempts, it doesn't matter. Something finally clicks. Every time I go into a new...
And girl, something should have clicked years ago when you had cancer, when you had to move out on your own after Crystal broke up with you. That should have been a click too of like, oh, I have to be an adult now. I have to have an adult job. That's crazy. The cancer should have been a wake up call. That leaving you should have been a wake up call. Fucking breaking or spraining or doing whatever the fuck you did to your ankle should have been a wake up call because you couldn't leave your bed. Being bedridden should have been a wake up call. Not being able to wash yourself should have been a wake up call. Going back on a sink corner on a towel from your roommate's dead mother's washcloth should have been a wake up call.
That fuck 'em up.
What else is happening in your fucking life? Not being able to fit in a car should have been a wake up call. The mattress in the living room should have been a wake up call. Having your cat run away and you not be able to go get her because of your own weight and your own actions should have been a wake up call. The fact that your ex, your most recent ex that we know of, who fucking knows who she's been yapping to after, was a feeder and past like relationship that they are now saying is the love of their life and are saying you are a rebound and you meant nothing, should have been a wake up call. You've had too many to the point where there's no hope for you to change.
Like section of my weight loss journey. God, I hate that word, journey. Every time I go into it again, I'm always very hopeful in hopes that something will click.
Yeah,
it
because
kind
you're
of
delusional.
reminds me of my mom's journey.
Because you're delusional. Don't bring Mama Lynn into this. You know what made her change? Which you've said in the past. I don't know what she's about to say. Actually, I'll let her yap her yap. We're gonna see what she says. And if she says something that is crazy, I'm gonna
journey with her sobriety. She did drugs literally her whole life, and I can't even tell you how many times in my lifetime
keep your
she
mom's
tried
name
to
out
quit
of your
and
mouth.
just couldn't until she finally did because something just clicked. All right, so we're
okay. You wanna know what the something was that just clicked? Her going to jail, not being able to get these drugs, her being forced to be sober. That's what clicked. She was in jail for 5 years, wasn't she? Yeah, she was in jail for 5 years. Was it because of the mom, of her hitting her mom? I don't remember the reason. She had to become sober. She was in jail. And you know what? Because here's the thing. I've never, luckily, been addicted to substances, or I've never abused substances or drugs or any of that, right? But I have been around a lot of people that have. they once they become sober, they realize how great it feels to be sober. Sure, do they miss their vices? Yeah, but they at the end of the day realize, but this life that I'm living now is so much better and so much more fulfilling than the life I was living. And it sounds like that's what your mom found out in jail. A lot of people become sober and like are able to stay sober, stay clean in jail once they get out because they were in for so long, no matter what the crime is. And that's not me excusing what her mom did to her own mom. That's just me saying like it's something that can happen from being in jail or being isolated in a way. Like if bitch went to fat camp, you know, fucking fucking who which Sladen's sister? The one that had to be put in a coma that made her finally lose weight. This thing that clicks for people, they get what their vices are taken away from them, and they have no control over if they can get it or not. And that's the hard truth. That's just sometimes what it is. And it doesn't always work. It doesn't always happen. But a lot of the times people when they realize just how great life could be without having to rely on these drugs, these vices, these addictions, they don't want to go back. Even if sometimes they're like, yeah, drugs are fun, but I don't want to rely on that. And I have a lot of fun in all these other ways. Also, it's like, stop talking about your mom. You said you would stop talking about her. Girl, if something just clicked for your mom, you know what would be great? Having your mom on a video of her talking about her path to sobriety. Instead of bashing her it pisses me off so much. Instead of bashing your own mother in a gas station service area, actually have her on the channel talk about what made her change. You know what? What did Michael B. Petty say that one time? She needs prison. She needs prison.
We're done with the topic slash questions. Now on to like how I've been doing, how have I been eating lately? Well, I've been eating what I want, when I want, and how much I want because I have been so hyper focused on like trying to improve my mental health because
no, girl, you've been coping because all your exes are calling you out.
It has not been good at all. That I have genuinely been like neglecting my physical health needs. So now I need to make both of those things a priority because like my mental health was low and I'm doing a lot better now.
Why? Why was it? Why was it, Amber? Why was it low? Did something happen? Did the consequences catch up? No.
Hopefully, but I was trying to put in work to improve that because it was so bad. Like I don't think my mental health has been that bad in a
Earlier, putting twerk into the sink.
very, very long time. Now I want to put in work so I can focus on my mental health and my physical health. Genuinely, this is going to be called the no diet diet because every single time that I have done a diet, I have failed. What I want to do is just genuinely think before I eat anything instead of just eating it for no reason, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna crash out. You want to think before you eat? Dog, that's what a diet is. Y'all hear her, right? Y'all hear her? She just explained what a diet is and is saying it's not a diet.
Huh?
Girl, this shows just how much she does not think about anything because thinking is the whole point of bettering yourself, of doing diets. You have to think about how many calories or wherever the fuck you're being put. Like, you have to think about all the calories that you put in your body. You have to think about what foods, what categories of foods are you eating throughout the day. You have to think about the times you're eating, what the activities you're doing that day are. That is the entire point of a diet. Like, you have to think instead of just habitually eating or habitually doing anything. Like, you have to make the habit be thinking about the food you're putting in your body. So you are already thinking about it with a diet. Guys, does this make sense or am I fucking crazy? Like, genuinely, am I crazy? I have never been overweight. I've never had to be on a diet. Well, I have, but it was for sports. Like, it's just, they would just say, eat more fruits sometimes. And I go, okay. And I would. I never had to be put on a diet. I've always been the weight class I'm supposed to be for my height and for my age. So I, from experience, I can't talk about diets in that experience, but I have friends who have been on diets, so I've seen it, I've witnessed it, I've experienced it secondhand, and I know a lot of thinking goes into them. And fuck, dude, just like the watching this biggie, like seeing her like talk about diets throughout the years, and it's you could see her brain is overheating because she has to think. I haven't eaten what I want when I want. Yeah, we know. We know.
So I'm gonna put my weigh in here, March 25th.
Oh God, what does she weigh?
2025.
Hello, it's ready.
Okay, wait, pause. Why did she say it, but she didn't have her Siri say it when she was doing that before? It's not March 25th. It's not. It's not. It's not. Oh, wait, I didn't play it. It's not March 25th.
519.8 pounds.
519.8 is a little hectacana, I will say. On top of me eating
She's obsessed with Hecticana. She's obsessed with him. Dude, watch out. You're like next. It's scary.
more than I probably should, I also am
I'm
very
going to tell you right now, the weight that she just said is the weight I am times 5. Yeah. I'm like 119 on my heaviest day. Which, odd flex. It's not even a flex. I'm like, for my height, I am on the cusp of being underweight, but right now I'm working on it. I'm actually working out and like gaining muscle, so she's gonna even out a little bit, you know. She gonna get back up there. But it's crazy. I don't know how you can carry this much and be okay. And you obviously can't, because so many people that talk about the weight loss that they lose talk about how crazy it was that they were that weight and how happy they are to be free from their own body. I'm gonna clonk out.
swollen, so you definitely need to take that into account
Oh,
because
shut
more than
up.
I probably should. I also am very swollen, so you definitely need to take that into account.
Yeah, you're swollen from fat. You're swollen. Every day. Every day you are. You can't take that into account. Girl, this is her new water weight excuse. Remember when she was all the time saying it's the water weight? And now it's, oh, I'm swollen. Where did the swollen come from, bitch? It didn't appear from thin air. It was in your body, bitch. Crazy.
Because not only do I have lymphedema, I also have lipedema. So weigh-ins can be a little tricky.
I literally don't care. Show me the HIPAA. I need HIPAA. We need to be nulled in this bitch, okay? We need to see this. We need to see the docs. Does she got the lipo? Does she? Does she got the deans? The demons? It might not be confirmed that she has lipodema, but she has lipodemons for sure.
Because obviously when I step on the scale, we are also weighing my fluid and my water retention. So I want to have weekly goals.
Bitch, it's not that much. At your size, that doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. Dude, I will weigh myself sometimes in the morning before I eat, and then sometimes I just happen to weigh myself when I remember or when I'm just like in the room where it is. And I'm like, oh, I'll just weigh myself while I'm here. And it's halfway through the day or dinner time. The amount my fucking twig ass weighs is like points. It's points. Or it's maybe 1 or 2 pounds. Girl. You can't be saying this. You're crazy. Like, oh my god. I need to know if there are actually real people that have recently started watching her that are supporting her and not just a bunch of fake accounts from her or fake things from her. Because is she making this for new people to show up and watch and not for us bitches who are like so into fat girl drama that we have been watching for years and know the track record and we know the cycle? Who is she trying to fool right now?
I want to have something that is like obtainable, that I can work
Nubs.
on every single day. So then next week I can come back and be like, okay, so these were my goals and let me tell you how I did. So each week they will be different goals.
Okay. What TikTok did she watch that talked about that? What TikTok therapist said that? And now she's like, ooh, that's a good idea. Because you know what? That is an actual good process. But you need to have someone to hold you accountable, not your audience, not a camera, not yourself. You need someone else to hold you accountable to get into that track record. My point is, this is not going to last because she's the only bitch she's talking to. There's a mirror. Dude, you know the question of like, would you fuck like your clone if you met a clone of you that goes around the internet every so often? I don't know if she would or not. I don't know if she would be fat phobic or if she would fuck the clone. I don't know what she would do. She knows herself the best because she's her. So would she be able to smell how stanky she is? A lot of questions I got.
Or maybe I will repeat one. It just depends. So for this week, I have 2 goals. I went back on my Uber and I went and I saw in the last 7 days,
God.
how many times did I order
How
takeout?
many?
So I'm taking that number.
How many?
And I'm going to drastically lower it. And that's going to be my goal. So
How
when I
many?
went back and looked, it was 8 times in the last 7 days. So it's
That's more than the days. What is the point of Mama Lynn showing up at your house and bringing you grocery shopping? 8 times? Girl. Listen, I'll use DoorDash or Uber Eats every so often, but it's when I have no food in my house. I will eat all my food before I do that. And even then, I will still go grocery shopping instead because it saves so much money. Oh my god, dude. Do you think the Uber community in fucking, where is she? Where's her ass at? Oklahoma? Do you think they all have like a group chat discussing every time they go to this apartment complex and they're like, oh, I got Biggie again? I don't think she tips well. I think she tips the bare minimum. Because you know how in Uber and like DoorDash and stuff, you tip the driver, obviously, because they're doing you a fucking service. I think she chooses the bare minimum to tip or no tip at all.
hard as it is going to be. I only want to order it 3 times. So for some
Let's
people,
try
3
0.
times in a week is a lot. But
Yeah.
for me, it's not. It's actually
We know.
drastically lowered because I was actually surprised to only see that I ordered takeout 8 times in the last week because normally it probably would have been about like 13. So my next goal is I want to focus on drinking more
13.
water. So I thought about the last week.
13. This bitch. And you know too, you know damn well these orders are not like one meal. Like she's ordering multiple meals for herself each order from this place. She's ordering like meals that like people would like pick up and they would go, "Oh, it's for a family of 4." No. Family of 1 right there.
And I was like, how much water did I drink? And now how much do I want to drink? Well, in the last week, the only time that I drank water was during my live streams when I was drinking a little bit of alcohol. I know I'm supposed to only be referring to the last week, but I'm telling you, in the last like 6 months, I've probably only had about 2 cups of water in total.
What's the point then? 2 cups of water in wait, pause.
Telling you, alcohol. I know I'm supposed to only be referring to the last week, but I'm telling you, in the last like 6 months, I've probably only had about 2 cups of water in total.
I swear to God, if this bitch ever blames anything on water weight again, roll this clip. Bitch, the fuck?
I do not drink water, period.
Yeah.
I go through phases where I drink water, and we have not been in that phase. Not at all, girly pops.
I go crazy. Like, okay. Me personally, I have to drink water or else I will feel like dehydrated. Doesn't matter if I drink other liquids, like other drinks. Like, I mean, I'm drinking Herba herba mate. Yerba mate right now. Like I'm drinking this right now and it has water in it. I'll drink this, right? But I'll still have to drink water because I will feel dehydrated no matter what other type of drinks I have during the day. I will feel so bad if I don't have a big amount of water. If I don't drink at least one full like of this, I will feel so dehydrated and I will get a crazy migraine and just be suffering and miserable for the rest of the day. So I don't know how people can't drink water. Like I get it if your water is unfiltered and it tastes nasty. The point is, this bitch can afford it. Girl, drink water.
So, my goal is to go from only drinking a couple sips in the last week to drinking 2 water bottles a day.
And the amount of alcohol this bitch consumes, and she's not drinking water. Pause.
And again, I know for some people, only 2 water bottles a day is not enough. But for me, it's going to be a drastic improvement. So those are my 2 goals. And my weigh-in next week, I'll let you guys know
That looks like a toddler list of goals.
how I did. And then also the dreaded weigh-in, which I don't have any goals when it comes to my weigh-ins. I just want to, every single time I step on the scale, which is only going to be once a week, which is going to be hard for me, I want to be down at least something, even if it's 0.2 of a pound. This is my no diet. We're not running in this race. We're walking. Anyways, I hope that you
We're
guys enjoyed this
waddling,
video. And
girl.
I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Ugh. Let's see the comments. I've never given up. That's why you can't count this diets. Oh, these people are literally blaming 519.8 pounds on water retention. It's just wild tea. Just so we're clear, the exact same thing. The tea. The tea. Ah, guys, literally, per per delta A is per. And please, some of us have been following for 10 plus years and we literally cannot anymore. That is so funny. That is so funny. Like people, I love the comments. They're purring. So, did not realize that my file for this past week, not this, okay, I'm uploading this on Monday, April 7th. I recorded this the day she uploaded her first like weekly her fucking my ain't today shit, right? I recorded it then. By the way, recorded it throughout the whole day because I was doing shit between it, so you can see the sun leave my room, and I think that's really funny. But anyways, I recorded all of it in one day, and I was planning to do one whole video of that week of a recap for her. This shit is 3 fucking hours long. Yeah, we're splitting it up because I actually wanted to get this out last week so I can react to last week's one. I still have not reacted to that. I'm fiending to see what the fuck is happening. So I'm just gonna upload this now because I already said like 2 community posts of, oh, I meant to upload today, and it just kept getting pushed back because like a girly pop, I am so busy. My sunglasses, I can't even take them off right now. You guys can't see me, but I can't even take them off. Like I'm so busy, I just have to have them on at all times. Anyways, I'm gonna get this up now. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. Next part that's gonna be up is her dumbass Q&A shit with her, like, oh my god, it's so fucking stupid. And I get heated with that. I remember I did. Hopefully I can get it done by the end of the week. If not, fucking hell, we'll see. But I think I can get it done. We'll find out. You'll see in the community post if I say anything there. Yerp. Oh my gosh. What was I gonna say? Oh, hold on. I wanted to give a shout out to another reaction channel called Idiot Lynn. I'll link her channel in the description. She's so funny. She just roasts the shit out of Amber, and I think it's really good. Like, she calls her out, so give her some love too. She's also like a new reaction channel, and yeah, she's just fucking funny. So give her a watch. You know, us girls gotta support other girls. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Meow 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 meow.